What's up today? Here I am again. It is March 8th. I am at work, like most of my videos lately. Really trying to find a proper time to do these, and I enjoy doing them during this time because I can talk and think, and it's a little easier than doing them at night when you're trying to process all the stuff that happened from the day before still. So this morning I find it to be a little fresh, a little easier to talk about what happened last night. Pretty uneventful night, finally. Very productive day for me. I got a lot done with work, and I got a lot done with school and kids and the family thing. Something that seems like I haven't done in a while is be super productive like that. So in a way, it was kind of nice to finally do that. Just hung out with Emily and the kids. Got very slightly inebriated after everything was done, so that was kind of a nice send off for the day, I suppose you could say. Trying to find something. I have to download something that I've never downloaded before. And one of my coworkers posted something about being able to download a file to check everything, and I'm not finding it. So yeah, trying to keep working here, but yeah, it was a good night. It's nice to be productive, something I haven't done in a while. Just really achieve a lot of things. So that was nice. Not something I do often. One thing I thought about last night is the one thing that's been really nice about these videos, and nice is possibly not the correct word to use, but I have family watching them, and in a way it's brought people closer to me. My parents. That was kind of a big one that everyone wants to be close to their parents, and me and my parents always haven't been the closest, but it's nice to know that me sharing what I've been through, and just kind of my thoughts has helped out in a lot of ways. My phone's blowing up this morning. Obviously I talked about, what happened to me when I was younger and stuff. So I've talked about all that, and my parents listen to it. I don't know who's listening to what, how much anyone's listening to anything. I know my good buddy Malice seems to watch them, and I appreciate you, buddy, and thank you. Love you guys. So it's been kind of nice to have that stuff, just to someone to be able to finally say, okay, I understand, why Dustin did this now because this happened to him at this point. And I feel like I analyze a lot in my own head. So it's, in my mind, I see things one way, and that's not always the way how they are. One instance of this may be how people think of you, and I do believe that, it's not necessarily anyone's opinion of, what they think of you, and you knowing that. If someone wants to share that, I'm willing to sit down and listen. And uh, one thing I wanted to say is, what, if you know me and we've ever had an issue, talk to me. What, at this stage of my life, I'm a different person I was at any other stage of my life, and what, if I fucked up, I made you mad, I pissed you off, whatever, tell me, let's talk. You know what, you have a right to be offended by something I did. I've got no issues with that, but I believe I have the responsibility to make it right if you give me that chance. And that goes for anyone. You know what? If I've let you get close to me as a friend, you know what? I care about you deeply. Some of you I'd go as far as saying I love you. I have brothers that aren't blood because of you guys. So if I messed up, even if I didn't, if I've just always been a good friend, tell me. What's working for you? I love supporting my friends. I have a friend that's an artist, a tattoo artist, and I met her through another friend who, Malice. And because of him, I got to know her, and we've bought a couple pieces of her artwork, and she's tattooed me, and we're still working on a giant cover up on my leg, and she's tattooed Emily, and her and Emily just hung out recently, so to me, those are all good things. And if that's what you need, tell us. One thing I've done with Emily is I don't want to change anyone, so I hope it doesn't come across I've always tried to change Emily. That's not the situation, but I've always just tried to push her in directions that she doesn't necessarily want to go in. I've always tried to get her to get friends and things like that, and it's not always been easy. Also, it's my wake up stuff thanks to Emily. She's addicted to it, I think. But yeah, what if I've been a bad son, a bad relative, a bad grandson, a bad brother? Tell me. Let's talk. You know what? I'm not gonna get mad at you. What? We'll just talk. What? If I did something that was bad, it gives me the chance to go, okay, I need to fix this. But I can't fix it if I don't know. So if I did something or ever do anything, let me know. Let's talk. Okay, done with that rant. We kind of talked about the growth, and this all started as a way for me to open up, me to talk about things that bother me, talk about things that are good to me, talk about whatever I want. I mean, I don't watch these videos after, I don't edit them or anything. I believe yesterday I said that I said something yesterday. I don't remember what now. It's my thinking face. I don't remember where I was going now. I got nothing. I'll probably come back to it in a week, and I'll remember what the heck I was talking about then, and then I'll talk about it. It'll make absolutely no sense whatsoever. It's just how it goes for me. It's fine. Yeah, so I have a board meeting tonight. Or not a board meeting, my apologies. I have a committee meeting for one of the boards I'm on. So one of the charities I sit on the board of is called NeighborWorks. Beloit greater area, something like that. We're responsible for everything NeighborWorks does from here and Janesville, so it's gotta be like a Rock County thing, but that's not in the name. So I have that tonight to go over one of the committees. We kind of got select committees, and one of the committees I joined was kind of like community outreach, PR type stuff, and it's nice because sidetracked. Neighbor. Oh, so I joined kind of the PR. Committee. And I'm doing that. So one of the things we're working on is trying to get a newsletter going and started, and one of the committees I'm responsible for is in charge of that, which I have no problems with. It overlaps my responsibility in the Superhero Center, and that was a good thing because in a way I hate to admit it because I've added a lot of these people on Facebook, and partially because it is how a lot of people communicate nowadays, but I slacked off more than I should. I've talked about my mental health and oh crap, pause this, I gotta get kids into class. I'm back, and guess who's back? Apparently Slim Shady's back. Better tell your friends. Because Shady's back. I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I signed the kids into Becca. It's not the kids, it's Becca. Into their specialty classes, and today's hers was music. Becca loves her specialty classes, though. I mean, if she could just do that, she would. So most of the time it's a pain getting her ready for school, or not ready for school, she gets herself ready for school. But, I think she acts, I don't want to say dumb, because she's definitely not dumb. But sometimes she acts helpless. That's the word I was looking for. And, I don't try to play that game. She's definitely not helpless. Both my kids are very smart. They just choose to use it in their own ways. Becca, like I said, unfortunately kind of has a laziness to her. I don't know if I'd say laziness. A learned helplessness would be a better way, because she's definitely learned that she's uses her cute little girlness, that chances are she's gonna get what she wants. And for a long time, and probably to sometimes now, she gets that. I don't do it. I get on Emily, and for carrying her and picking her up and this and that. She's little. Don't get me wrong. She's way smaller than most kids her own age. She's medically seems fine. We had blood work done and some bone growth stuff done, and all that came back okay. I do always have issues with insurance, and of course for this one, they couldn't see anything in the blood work and the bone scans, or bone growth scans, or basically using her bones to make sure she was growing at the correct rate. They didn't see anything on by that, but they said, we'd like to do a DNA test, or maybe not DNA, but it was definitely something like that, along the lines of DNA. And you know, my insurance said, hold on, we're not going to pay for this yet. It's always nice when someone responds to me and they're just, you know, I don't know what happened, but thank you. You know, I you want to work with those people more, and that's one thing that I wish people realized, and I don't know if I've realized it because I'm in you know, this type of position I'm in. But you get a lot more being kind, you know. And I don't hide my work. I don't do anything wrong. So the other day we had a member that wrote in that forgot to use Rakuten. I don't know if I've ever said the company I work for, so I don't know. I'll say it again. But yeah, so the member contacted our company. You know, want to know, hey, what's going on here? Or no, sorry, let me backtrack. That's all the other people that like to yell at me. This lady said, hey, I forgot to use Rakuten. You know, is it possible to get the cash back still? Damn, I said the name again. If you guys fire me, whatever. You know, you guys, my work cares about the cares about the members. I can't say they don't care about the employees, but you know, what I want to say is they care about the members. You know, they want our members happy, and most of that's what we try to do. You know, so the lady emailed in, I forgot to use Rakuten. I'm like, okay, send me your order count. God dang it, I keep saying the name. So I guess at this point I've said it like 3 times. So I work for Rakuten. Sure. But yeah, the member sent in stuff. I said, okay, you know, added it. It was 46 cents, 86 cents, something. It was under $1, so it wasn't a big deal at all to give the member. They had a decent account. And then, you know, so I told them, hey, I did this for you. And they responded back, just a simple thank you. You know, my mom was in hospice, and then she eventually passed away. And we're humans. You know, right now it's a time that if you show compassion, if you can show compassion, you should. And you know, someone that just lost someone that, you know, recently got close to me, made me just feel bad for the woman. I mean, you know, so I gave her a $20 bonus. You know, she got her 86 cents or whatever, and then I gave her a $20 bonus. Just said, hey, we're sorry to hear about your mom. You know, our way of, you know, just showing you our appreciation. So I'm gonna give you a $20 bonus. Make another purchase, you'll get the $20. Just super friendly. You know, she thanked me, and you know, went on with her day, and was very happy with Rakuten and the generous, I guess, offer they allow me to make with giving someone something like that. So it's kind of nice to work for a company that promotes that. You know, just being good to our customers. I mean, and our customers most of the time are great. You know, if I have to take phone calls for work, you know, I'll talk to someone. I had a guy call a couple weeks back or something, and he was a business owner that was asking questions about some stuff and why his orders weren't crediting. And I talked to him, told him, you know, I don't know why, but I can reach out to the store and find out why. And I did, and you know, he's super grateful. But we just sat there and talked. You know, I got kind of his life story, and it was nice. I got to hear about, you know, he owned a business and what they did. I heard about his kids, how, you know, they went to school and they got these degrees and stuff that will go into, lead them to a fancy career, I guess. You know, something that's not making clamps for like underground hoses that connect to fire hydrants or something. I vaguely remember what the guy did. I know it was something with, you know, like clamps and making clamps for for like the fire department and stuff like that, or no, connecting new buildings to water lines, I think is what it was. But he told me about his kids. You know, he told me about his one son that loved to, or I'm sorry, not love, that's the wrong word, who liked to date women, but didn't date women from the beginning of December through the end of January. So he never had to buy Christmas presents, never had to buy Valentine's presents. You know, and he was making fun of his son, how cheap he was, and you know, he's sending all this in an email. And it was just like a conversation with a friend. I mean, if I could call the guy back, just see how he's doing, I probably would. I mean, I remember his name, but I would never risk my company or my job, you know, just going back to someone to email them, just see how they're doing. So, yeah, I mean, if you're the guy, your name starts with a P, your last name starts with an A, and if you ever see this, we talked on the phone at Rakuten. We had a good conversation. Let me know what's up. I enjoyed talking to you. The other thing is that, people, you know, I love talking to members like that, and over the last almost 4 years, I've had a lot of opportunities to talk to people, you know, through my work and whatnot, and even out in the public. We went for a walk the other day, and it was a beautiful day outside. So there's people at the park on the path here in our hometown, and there was a guy, maybe late teens, early 20s, that was riding a longboard, and you know, every time he'd come around, just kind of really polite. You know, I said hi to pretty much everyone, something I would never do because I was always in my own world. And so, in a way, it's just nice to be friendly like that. I think that was always something that I wanted to do, and I guess was too stuck in my own head and how people felt, or you know, would think if I just said something like hello. You know, what's that weirdo with the big nasty beard doing, saying hello to me, or you know, what's that big fat guy saying hello to me for? You know, why is he saying hi to a woman? You know, I'm just saying hi. I'm trying to be friendly. And it's something that I probably haven't always done. You know, some of my female friends will talk about their resting bitch face, and I don't necessarily think I have that, but sometimes I do think I just have a face that isn't the most inviting and friendly. Not in the way that my face is just ugly, but more like apparently I'm intimidating, is what my wife likes to tell me. I guess sometimes I try to be, if I need to. Really, it comes down to you know, just someone getting to know me. I guess I see myself as a big sweetheart teddy bear. You know, I don't. It takes a lot for me to get angry or lose my temper, or you know, I don't go and try to hurt anyone. You know what? And then I used to be a bouncer, security, whatever you want to call it, at Mr. Badcock's bar. And you know, a lot of it was just getting to meet with people and be around people and be around friends and the family that was, you know, that place at that time. But I always tried to treat everyone with as much respect as possible, even if, you know, it was a situation that, you know, I was in danger. And there's a time that, you know, my friends at the bar, or, you know, my coworkers saved my life probably, because there was a guy that was going to hit me with a bar stool. Right after Illinois started the smoking ban, you know, I caught him smoking inside, and I was always down protecting the DJ area, and one of the people, of the two people that usually did the dance floor, So everyone come in the door, go through security, and then they'd make their way down to the dance floor or whatever. And I was doing that, and I caught him smoking, and I said, "Hey, just put it out." And he seemed cool, and he did. And then he decided he wanted to smoke again, and he wasn't so cool that time. And he lines up with his friends, and I'm like, I'm gonna get killed. Okay. Uh, so eventually, one of the bigger bouncers there, we'll call him Chocolate Bear, you know who you are. I got him, and he came down to help me, and he got Chocolate Bear's this big, like 6 foot something Afro American guy that's got like braids in his hair, not dreads. It's not the right. I would say he probably has braids. It's probably more what it's called. But he's really the nicest guy in the world. I don't think I've ever really seen the guy get angry. One time I saw him get angry, and it was my fault. And I think if he would have known who it was, he may have killed me. We used to stay and hang out sometimes after the bar closed and play Golden Tee and listen to music. And one time he played a song that was him and his girlfriend's song, and I'm like, who picked this? And not thinking about him or anything, and I changed it, and he was mad. Rightfully so. I was an asshole in that situation, so Chocolate Bear, I'm sorry. But yeah, so him and I started getting the guy up the stairs, or up the ramp, I should say. And he just flipped out and flipped the table, and I got hit in the sternum with the table and cracked ribs and bruised my sternum. And at that point, Keith grabbed him, and I had put underhooks on him from behind, and we're dragging him up to get him out the door. And we trip over something, assuming a lawn or a bar stool or something, and my back slams into the footrest on the bar, so the metal railing there, and then it's the guy that we're trying to get out of the bar, and then there's Chocolate Bear on top of him, and so the other bouncer gets up. I'm still holding the guy. All of a sudden I hear, let him go, and I think the other bouncer's gonna grab him, or someone's gonna grab him as soon as I let him go. Nope, I let him go, and he grabs a bar stool to try to smash my head onto the bar with it. So yeah, that day my life was saved, because that would have probably hurt quite a bit more than the cracked ribs and bruised sternum. I had to go to the emergency room and gave me some muscle relaxers and some pain pills, and said, can't do a whole lot for you. We see these things on the x-rays, but this is what's going on. Just take it easy. It was nice. I mean, you know at that point that people have your back, and the one other thing I noticed lately is these videos are getting longer, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because this video is almost half an hour of me just rambling about, different stories and my day and everything else, which, it's nice for me to share those things. But I know a lot of people aren't going to sit there for half an hour and just wait. Listen to me ramble, so I'm open to suggestions. I mean, what you guys want me to talk about, or, if you want to know anything, I'll answer questions. Besides that, I'm going to let you go before this gets to officially half an hour, and thanks for listening. I appreciate it, and watching, I guess. Be kind to each other. Be a good friend. Be a good human. Be a good neighbor. Say hi to someone you pass in a store on the street. You never know what that person's going through. And I think that's one thing that I've learned, because I never talked about what I was going through. So it was easy to understood how, understand, not understood, how it all happens. But you guys take care.